Hi, I'm Matt Rees, and this is 3 Minute Tech. These are the videos where we answer your strategic financial planning questions without any of that technical jargon. It's simple, easy to understand language, and we hope you enjoy it. Today we'll be covering off on something I get tons of questions about. What's happening with the minimum pension requirements? How much are they making me take out of superannuation? And is it going to be halved for next financial year? And that's what we're addressing today. So before we start talking about the minimum pension requirements from superannuation, it's important to understand there are two main phases. There's accumulation phase, like me, where you're still accumulating assets within super. You pay a maximum tax rate of 15%, which is still great, but unfortunately, you can't access your super savings. Now the other phase is pension phase. Now pension phase is fantastic because you don't pay any tax on the underlying earnings. You have full capital access to your super, but the downside is the government mandates you take out a minimum amount, and that minimum amount is what we're focusing on today. So what are the standard minimum pension requirements? Well, the minimum pension requirements increase with age. In simple terms, the older you get, the more you have to take out of super. It doesn't sound fair, right? Why are you taking more out when you get older? Your living costs might be lower. Well, it's a way that the government mandates that you're moving more out of super because it's tax effective. What are the rates? As you can see from the slide, anyone under the age of 65 is mandated to take out a minimum amount of 4%. Between 65 and 74, it's actually 5%. 75 up to 79 at 6, and so on. If you're lucky enough to get all the way to age 95 plus, the government is mandating you take out 14% of your super balance every single year. So how is it calculated? Well, pleasingly, the accountants and your providers do a lot of the work. But for those like me that are interested in the numbers, it actually is determined by your age as of the beginning of the financial year and your specific member benefit as of the beginning of the financial year. Now the only caveat is, if you're commencing a pension midway through the year, there's different rules, but that's something for another day. So in today's case study, we have Maeve. Maeve is 87 and has $1.4 million in super. Now she's in pension phase and therefore has to take money out. But pleasingly, she's got all these assets external to super, she doesn't actually need the cash flow. Now given she's 87, the government mandates she take out 9%. 9% of $1.4 million is $126,000 that she would rather keep in super and get the beneficial tax rates. Now pleasingly, with the announcement that they're extending the 50% reduction, next financial year, she won't need to take out $126,000, she only needs to take out $63,000. Which means $63,000 remains in super where the earnings are tax-free. And that's a fantastic result. So what have we learnt today? Well, we know the government mandates you take out some money from superannuation as soon as you commence a pension. This is their way of protecting and limiting intergenerational wealth transfer. Unfortunately, the older you get, you will be taking more out, but pleasingly, they have reduced these amounts over the last few years.